me read you something else from the Bible. Ephesians 4, verse 20. But you didn't learn Christ in this way. If indeed you have heard him and have been taught to him, just as truth is in Jesus, that in reference to your former manner of life, you lay aside the old self, which is being corrupted in accordance with the lusts of deceit, and that you be renewed in the spirit of your mind. And you put on the new self, which in the likeness of God has been created in righteousness and holiness of the truth. Colossians chapter 3, verse 9. Do not lie to one another, since you laid aside the old self with its evil practices, and have put on the new self, which is being renewed to a true knowledge according to the image of the one who created him. You don't deal with the old self, you set it aside. Yeah? We're not pastoring a corpse. We're not counseling our old nature. We are discipling our real nature, our true nature in Jesus. Lay aside the old self, don't work on it. Be renewed in the spirit of your mind. Pay attention to who Jesus is for you, because that's where your freedom lies. Put on the new self, which is in the likeness of God, and righteousness will flow, and holiness of the truth will be a part and a fixture in your life. We don't have a sin problem. We have a problem with beauty and majesty. We don't realize how beautiful we are to God and how majestic his love is towards us. Your new self will tell you all that stuff. Your new self glories in Jesus. I think our old nature is confused by God. The natural mind can't understand the things of the Spirit. It's confusing. God is not the author of confusion. We are. When we step out of our placement in Christ, all our receptors become invalid. We become confused when his truth clashes with what is inauthentic about the Christ life in our experience. Let me read you something else from the Bible. I have been crucified with Christ, and it's no longer I who live. Thank God. That's in parentheses that I put in myself. I have been crucified with Christ, and it's no longer I who live, but Christ lives in me. And the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself up for me. There it is, black and white. It's in the Bible. You're dead. Shut up. And when I say shut up, I say it in the sweetest possible way, because we encourage our new nature to talk, but the old nature, it's like, shut up. Shut up. Life in Christ reflects the place where he lives and where we live in him. Our vision of ourselves is always upgraded in Jesus. It's little like having a first-class ticket on a plane, but choosing to travel in coach. It's not Bible believing to be listening to your old voice, your old self. You're a new creation. The old self is dead. Reckon yourself to be dead to sin, but alive to God. Practice being alive to God in your thinking. Yeah, you got a first-class ticket in Jesus. Don't sit in coach. And that's your identity. I am a lover of the real place of connection in Jesus. And I'm not settling for an inferior way of thinking. When I want to think like him, I want to think about myself the way that God thinks about me. We're in Christ. When we're weak, we are strong. Right? Because he has a way of coming into weakness and making it feel brilliant. When we feel inadequate, we can do all things in Christ. Why? Because Jesus has a way of coming into an inadequacy and turning it right around. When we are reviled for his name, we are blessed because the Spirit of glory and of God rests upon us. So, you need to be asking, Lord, can I just have a few more people to revile me? Fortunately, I don't have to pray that prayer. My hate mail is substantial. And all my hate mail has taught me to dance, which I'm not going to do right now. It's like, I read a piece of hate mail. I don't get down by it because my question is, okay, look, I'm reading it out to the Lord. This is what he said. And so, okay, can I be blessed because of that? Can I have a little bit more glory because of that? Can you just rest upon me right now? I'm using it. Here's the thing. You always are declaring who you are. We need to quit declaring who we're not. Declare who we are in Jesus. That's brilliant thinking. In October 2009, I contracted a brain virus, And I'm still dealing with some of the after effects of that. This weekend is my payback. Here was my position, when I was like on the floor with this thing for a few months. Here's my position. This is the place where I chose to make my stand in terms of fighting back. And I would declare to the enemy, I am not battling with this condition. I'm surrendering to a power in Christ I've never known before. I am not a sick person trying to get well. I'm a whole person fighting off sickness. So that for me, every single day, that was my space before the Lord. This is who I am. And every day, I think I'm on day, 300 and something, where I'm presenting myself to the Lord. I mean, it's brilliant. Every morning it's like, ta-da, here I am. It's presenting myself for healing. Saying, Lord, this is my position. It's my pleasure to ask and keep on asking, knowing that it will be given.